Drink it one glass.
You're so demanding.
Cool.
More? Cool. Hi, I'm Dorie Greenspan, and I'm back in the Food 52 kitchen, and today I'm making a Parfait-Layered Vacherin. It's a very old-fashioned French dessert. It layers meringue and a parfait filling that's almost like ice cream, but isn't. So when I'm in Paris, I can buy these in the supermarket. They're just little meringue kisses. You can make your own, as I just did, and they're going to be the crunchy layer between the creamy filling. So I got this recipe from my friend Thibault Laferrie, who works at my favorite wine shop in Paris, La Dernière Goutte. He had the recipe written out by hand, and it's one that's been in his family for a very long time. It's a lovely dessert. And because it's a frozen dessert, it's fabulous for parties because you make it, you put it in the freezer, and then it's one of those ta-da moments. You open the freezer and the dessert is waiting for you. So you need like 4 cups of crushed meringue. You can do this with an offset spatula, but why would you when this is more fun? You don't want to be precise about this. You want some big pieces and some little pieces, just so that every bite will be interesting. That's about 4 cups. Done. This is it. This is it. When we say parfait, we usually think of a layered dessert, but parfait can also be this cream and egg mixture that I'm making now, which also can be frozen like ice cream. So it starts with cream, cold cream to be whipped. Yeah, pretty. And because you're going to use the bowl for egg whites, you'll need to wash and dry it. Egg whites are fussy. They want to be in a clean, grease-free, fat-free home. You tuck this into the refrigerator, wash the bowl after I lick the beater, and come back. So the parfait has 3 elements: whipped cream in the fridge, egg yolks, and whipped egg whites. I'm going to sugar the yolks, and as soon as the sugar goes into yolks, you have to whisk it so you don't burn the yolks and have them develop as skin, and then vanilla. And the egg whites. When the whites make little peaks, it's time to add the sugar. There we go. Good peaks. Okay. Parfait time. Just re-whisk the yolks. And the whipped cream goes right on top of the yolks. Just think parfait means perfect in French. I like the idea that we're making a perfect dessert. And you want to fold the yolks and cream together. And you don't have to be exacting about this because we're going to fold the whites in also. Having this swirly, marbly mixture at this point is just fine. And now let's get the whites on top, and fold. And the parfait is parfait. We have a perfect parfait. Time to build the parfait. So you want to sprinkle the bottom with the crushed meringue. I'm using a springform pan and I'm going to unmold it. So I've got one layer of meringue, and now the parfait. You know, it's interesting, you saw the parfait is just the whipped cream, the whipped egg whites, and the yolk. Tiny bit of vanilla. It's very plain, and yet it's delicious. It's that kind of just pure flavor of the ingredients and this gorgeous texture, which takes to freezing. Well, I was going to say surprisingly well, but for a couple of centuries, the French knew it would freeze well. You want like half the parfait in there. Some more meringue. And so one of the intriguing parts of this dessert is the play of textures. The meringue will soften in the freezer, but it will have a very different texture from the parfait. And so you have these pure flavors and this interesting textural difference. And it's pretty. I don't know, I find this very satisfying just to see it come together. And then just finish the top with the meringue. I love frozen desserts. I love that you can take your time making them and then have to do nothing when it's dessert time. So Thibaut said this was always served for celebrations in his family. So birthdays, holidays, that's when there'd be a Parfait Vacherin. It's pretty just like that. It needs to freeze for at least 6 hours. But once it's frozen, you can just wrap it really well and keep it in the freezer for a month. So it's a plan ahead dessert. See how gorgeous this is? It's always gorgeous. It's like magic, no matter what size your meringue piece is. If you've never made meringue or parfait before, it always looks like this. It's always a beautiful dessert. You can serve it just like this, and you could serve caramel sauce or hot fudge sauce if you wanted on the side. But Thibaut told me that his mom, his aunt and his grandmother too, drizzle caramel sauce over. So I'm going to be like a member of Thibaut's family. Any kind of zigzaggy pattern, it's all yours, and some toasted almonds to finish it. Ready to try it. I just think it's so pretty. Can you see how pretty the layers are? This is not a fireworks dessert. I mean, certainly the looks are sparkly and really beautiful, but it's a very luxurious dessert. I think it could become a family favorite even if you don't live in France. I hope you'll like this. I really hope you'll subscribe to the Food 52 channel, and you can get the recipe either in my new book, Baking with Dorie, or of course on Food 52. And I'll be back again. We can bake together again, and I look forward to it.